So children, here I have a few fiction books. So fiction books are books which contain imaginative stories. They are not real stories. Yes? So let us have a look at few of these books. Okay, so I have few books. I have a book called Sleeping Beauty. So it's about a princess who was cursed to go to sleep. So there's another book which is about amazing adventures. So it's an interesting book about animals. Yeah, in this book all the animals speak. Then there's this book called Little Red Riding Hood. Yes, we had read this book in our nursery class when you were in nursery. Yes, so it's about a little girl who would wear a red hood. Then there's the story about a shadow. It's about a small boy who has gone to a new place to stay. And there he makes some new friends with animals. Okay, so the animals talk to him. So it's an imaginative story. It's not a real story. All these stories are imaginative stories. Yeah, they are not real stories. So let us have a look at one of this book. Okay, so we'll take Little Red Riding Hood and see what a fiction book looks like. Yes, so a fiction book is a book which is not real. It's imaginative. Yeah, and there's a story in this book. It does not talk about facts, about real things. It is a story. And we read it usually to enjoy. Yeah, there's some fun in reading, and there's some funny things happening in the story. So we enjoy reading books which are fictional. Okay? And then there are illustrations. What is an illustration? So there's this drawing. It's not a real picture. Is this a real picture? No, it's an illustration. It's an illustration of a forest scene. Yeah, but it's not a real forest picture. Somebody has painted it through his imagination. And another important thing about a fictional story is there are characters in the story. Yeah, there's a character. What are the characters in the Red Riding Hood story? Yeah, there was this mother. There's this little girl called Red Riding Hood. Yeah, there was this cunning wolf. And then we had the grandma. And then a woodcutter. So these are the characters in the story. This was created by the author, by the writer of the story. And the setting, there's a setting. Where is the story taking place? Yeah, it's taking place. It could be taking place in a market, it could be taking place in a palace. But this story is taking place in a forest. Yes, and because it's a story, there is a beginning, there is a middle, and there is the end. Yeah, so there is a beginning of the story. So people are being introduced, the characters are being introduced. Then there's the middle of the story. What actually happens in the story, the real part of the story. And there's then the end of the story. Yeah, what happens at the end. So there was a problem in which Little Red Riding Hood gets stuck in. And then at the end there's a solution. How she comes out of that problem. Okay. And this storybook has to be read page by page. You cannot just flip any page and start reading. You will not understand anything. So a fiction book you have to read page by page in order. So this is about fiction book. Let us have a look at some non-fiction books. Now what are non-fiction books? These are books about real people, real animals, real places, real events. Yes? So this book is everything real. So everything that is stated in this book are facts they are true. Okay, so these books can be books about some animals. Yeah, I have a book here about space, so you will know about different planets, what they look like, how big they are. Yes, what is the distance from Earth, and many more facts, and some nice pictures also, real pictures. Then there's biography. Yes, it's about a person's life story, or the real events that took place in his life. Yes, and even the newspaper comes in non-fiction. Why? Because it tells you real facts about a particular day, the events that have happened. There are real pictures, real photographs. Yes, so let us have a look at one of these non-fiction books more closely. Okay, so let us have a look at this book. So I have this book called Little Kids' First Big Books of Animals. Okay, so this book is about animals. Now we see a photograph of an animal here. So it's a lion cub. Yes? Is it imaginative or is it real? It's a real photograph. Yeah, so it's not a story. Yeah, it's about real animals. Okay? And very important part about a non-fiction book is it will have a section called contents. Yeah? So what's contents? When you see this page, you will know all that is there in the book for you to read. Yeah, so this book has facts about cheetah, zebra, giraffe, yeah, and it will state the page number where it is. So let us study about, say we want to see zebra. Okay, so I read the word zebra and go to page number 12. So when I go to page 12, it will be all about zebra. Yeah, and non-fiction book will have mostly real photographs. Yeah, so these are not imaginative pictures which are painted. These are real photographs. Yes, and here the books will have real facts. Yeah, it will have some reality about the zebras, some nice fun facts also you will come to know when you read such books. Okay, so we'll read such book next time, one non-fiction book next in our next class. Today we are just giving you an introduction of what a non-fiction book is all about. Yes, and this story, we read such books, non-fiction books, they are not story books, usually not story books. They are books based on facts, and we read these books to learn some new things. Yeah, this is for learning purpose. Fiction books are for enjoyment, we read it for fun. Non-fiction books we usually read to learn something. Learn about a particular animal, learn about a particular person. Yes, and this book can be read in any order. Unlike the story that we just saw about Little Red Riding Hood, you cannot just open any page and start reading. You will not understand the story. You have to go page by page. But in a non-fiction book, you can start from any page. Seeing the section, the content section, you can go to the page number and start reading. Yeah, so you don't have to read in order. You can read in any order. You can read page number 12 first, and then you can read page number 1. Okay? And all the information that is given here is true. Yeah, but in fiction book, it's all imaginative. It's not true. So this is the difference between a fiction book and a non-fiction book.